Om yogis, and welcome to this practice with the bee today, where we will be looking at our bliss body, the inner nectar, and ideas around the hive mind in a good way. Okay, so let's start in Shavasana. For a nice, bright and breezy Shavasana here, just lying down. There is a nectar inside of us. It goes by many names and many understandings: prana, chi, source, light, life force, universal energy, God. It's perceived in many different ways. Every living being and every object composed of the elements of life contain this nectar. We are all connected through it. It is a river that runs through us all. Just breathe into that for a moment. This river that runs through us all. This energetic, living river. So we can drink from this river of nectar inside of ourselves. We can drink from this river of nectar that runs through the earth, the stars, the trees, the rocks, and through each other. Once we realize it is there, this river of nectar running through all living things. We are honey for the self, and we are honey for each other. I think this is written in the Upanishads. We are honey for each other, and we are honey for the self. The practice of yoga opens up the body and the energetic circuitry within, so that this river of nectar, or Amrit as it's known, can flow. As we learn to do this through the practice of yoga, we can resource and replenish ourselves from within. It's often said, we practice yoga, and there's some kind of weird alchemy that goes on, because we feel so different afterwards, because we're tapping into this river of energy. And with practice and over time, this energy radiates out from the yogi. And as yogis, we learn to hold it, and we learn to become like the flowers for the bees. Yogis are like flowers for the hive of bees that is humanity, I guess. Not the only flowers, but yeah, flowers all the same. So we become honey for the world as yogis, or as light workers. We're working with the energetic circuitry in the body. We're working with the light. And within this, our like-minded tribe, our family, our friends are crucial, because each time we return to the group and to each other and to the people that we practice with and the community that we come into through this, we resource one another. It's easier in a way to tap into our own connections within an environment of connectivity. So we speak to the hive mind in this way today. And many people that practice yoga or something else but very similar, because we are all like-minded, we are all working for peace, we are all working with the light. So yeah, the intention for today's practice is to tap into the inner nectar, the bliss body of both ourselves as individuals and our tribe, our family, each other. So the practice today becomes about the production of honey. Yeah, generate more of this nectar, more of this light inside of ourselves, for ourselves and for each other. It's not a selfish exercise. So we begin here by making the sound of the humming bee. And you can come to sit up for this if you like, or you can stay lying down in Shavasana. And we're just going to breathe in through the nose, and as you breathe out, just hum the exhalation out. So it sounds like this. And we connect to each other through this sound vibration. So as we work with this today, just think about all of the people around the world that are doing this practice, and there's probably more of us than we can really imagine that are doing these kinds of practices today. So I'm going to come with you on this one. We're going to hum for 2 or 3 minutes, and we can connect to each other through this sound. Inhaling. Gorgeous. So just feeling that connection to other yogis all around the planet, that vibration. Let's come into some sun salutations now. So slowly make your way up to the front of your mat. And just think about the many, many people that will be doing this kind of a practice today. And we swim in the same river for this time. We unite with people around the world that we don't even know. We've never met, but we all share a similar intention, a similar interest. It's very beautiful, really. So let's inhale, raise the arms. And exhale, fold on in. Take your left leg back. Inhale, lunge here. Or hold your breath in plank. And exhale, down to the mat, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You are not alone. Left leg comes forward when you're ready. Lunging here, opening the chest, breathing in. Then exhale, come to the top of your mat and fold on in. Inhale, all the way to standing. Raise the arms, stretching, tailbone low. Exhale. Hands come back to prayer. Release your arms, take a free inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold on in. Right leg is coming back. Inhale, lunge. Hold the breath in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your right foot forward now for a lunge. Inhale as you drop the hips and lift the chest. Exhale, both feet to the front of the mat, folding in. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to prayer, connecting to all those other yogis around the world. Inhale, release the arms, take a breath here. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the arms, stretching. Exhale, fall forward. Left leg is coming back. Drop the hips. Inhale, lift the chest, lunge. Hold the breath in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feel yourself as part of a hive that is making honey for the world. The left leg is coming forward as you inhale, lift the chest. Both feet to the front of the mat, fold, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Release your hands. Inhale here, free breath. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold on in. Right leg comes back. Inhale, lift your chest in lunge. And hold the breath in plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the ground. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot is coming forward. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, front of mat, fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful. Let's come to seated now, you guys. We're in a seated position at this point, and we're going to give ourselves the thumbs up. Bring your thumbs up. Bring your arms out to shoulder height, and actually bring them up even more. Bring them right up, somewhere between straight up and shoulder height. And hold your arms here. We're sitting with the arms raised, the thumbs up, and we're going to drop the shoulders into the back, so make sure your shoulders aren't bunching up behind you or around you here, and just breathe. It's a lovely way to get the body buzzing is just to sit still with the arms raised. And see if you hit a point with this pose where you think, I can't be bothered with this, I can't be doing with this, my arms are tired, my arms need to come down. See if you can change your intention a little bit from you to all the other yogis, all the other people around the world that are giving their best effort at this point. And there are many, many good people in this world, and hold this pose for them. Thumbs up. Breathing deep. Sometimes we can do it for one another. We can do what we can't do for ourselves, we can do for someone else. And there are many, many good people in the world. There are many people with this nectar of honey that flows through them. Not all of them are yogis. Many of them do other practices. Many of them do no practice. They just walk in the walk. Their life is an example. So thumbs up to those guys. Thumbs up to all the good people. Thumbs up to everyone who is a holder of light for others. Breathing deep. Lovely. And then inhale here. engage Mula Bandha for a second and just hold the breath. Just hold that energy in. Hold that intention of congratulating another for their effort in this practice. A friend of mine says clapping and cheering. I love that. I'm clapping and cheering from the sidelines. As you exhale, release Mula Bandha, release the breath. Take a few breaths here and just feel the body buzzing a little more. Come on to all fours and let's come to cat-cow. It's working at the kinks, you guys. Drop back into child's pose. Breathing into the back door of the heart. Breathing into everything that lies behind you that has been light and good. And there is so much. Gorgeous. And then come back to cat-cow. Just working with the spine. Bringing light into the spine here. Beautiful. Super nice. Let's come into a kneeling position here, or you can come into cross-legged, whatever is best for your body, and interlace your fingers behind your back. Let's inhale, open the chest. So open yourself up to the light, shine your light through your heart, and exhale, bow forward with the arms raised if possible. Inhale, coming up and opening the chest, and exhale, bowing forward, stretching the shoulders. Just adapt this movement to your body. Bring as much light to this as possible. Bowing is said to widen perspective. So many spiritual traditions actually work with the action of bowing. We see each other in the most expanded, honoring way when we bow to one another. As we expand to receive the other, we are flooded with nectar. Namaste. The light within me sees the light within you, and it is the same. And we are one through the light. Find something or someone now to bow to. In honoring them, you honor you, and the river of nectar flows. Inhaling, opening the chest, and exhaling, bowing forward with the arms up if possible. inhale here, you guys. Exhale, release that and come into cat-cow again. Bringing that light into the spine as you work in cat-cow. And we're going to, from all fours, come back to center. And starting with your left leg, let's bring the left leg out behind us and up. And then exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and behind you. Exhale, knees to nose. Now you can do this movement slowly or as quickly as you like. You know, if this practice has been a bit sedate for you so far, this is your chance now to kick out. If possible, it's beautiful to pump the breath, to get that pumping action, to get the body buzzing. So keep going here. We're working solely with the left leg. The left leg is moving and the right leg is just stabilizing us. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, come back to center. Swap your legs, so your right leg is coming up now. As you inhale, it comes up, back behind you. As you exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, the leg comes back. Exhale, the leg comes forward. Pump the breath and the movement if possible to get the body buzzing. But otherwise, just find a rhythm and stick with that. Lovely. Come back to center when you're ready. Take a moment in child's pose, rest. And then come to lie down on your back, you guys. Our next movement, we'll start slowly and build it from there. You're lying on your back. As you inhale, bring your legs up to the ceiling, so your feet are towards the ceiling, and take your arms into a wide T shape. So inhaling here, exhaling your toes, and bend your knees so your toes lightly touch the ground, or hover if you can. And as you exhale and the toes come down, bring your arms out in front of you into a steeple shape, so your arms, your fingers point towards the ceiling now. So we'll do that again. Inhale, legs towards the ceiling, arms wide. Exhale, fingers towards the ceiling, toes lightly touch the ground, knees bent. Inhale, legs up, arms wide. Exhale, arms up, toes down. Inhale, legs up, arms wide. Exhale, arms up, toes down. And find a rhythm in this movement. Use your core in this movement. And if you can start to pump the breath. You're flying like a bee, really. Your arms are like the wings of a bee, and as your legs come up and the arms go wide, I kind of see the toes pointing like a little sting. And your arms and legs are kind of moving opposite to each other. As the legs come up, the arms come out. As the arms come up, the legs go down. Hopefully you're following this, you guys. Stay with it as best you can. Find a rhythm and work with that rhythm here. And do your best to create no unnecessary tension with this movement. If it's too much, you can just work the arms or the legs independently. So your arms come wide and then come up. They come wide and then they come up to like a steeple pointing at the ceiling. If you're working independently with the legs, the toes come towards the ceiling, knees bend, toes touch the ground lightly, toes towards the ceiling, knees bend, toes touch the ground. If you're working with both arms and legs, hopefully you found your rhythm now and you're just into it. You can close the eyes. We're going to stay for about another minute. And again, if you cannot do this for yourself, do this for the collective, all the good people. Gorgeous. Then when you're ready, just release that. Lie down in Shavasana just to rest and integrate all of the energy that was generated during that set of movement. And consciously feel your own energy. Embrace somebody else within that energy. Feel somebody else on this planet generating that same energy as you, in that same river of Amrit as you. As we rest here, support those who are working with your stillness. Consciously surround those who are working with the stillness of your energy. Let's come into some leg raises now, you guys. You can take the arms underneath you to support your lower back, and you can do these leg raises either one at a time or both together. Match the movement with the breath. Inhaling as the legs come up and exhaling, legs to a hover. If you're doing your legs one at a time, just swap your legs as you go. So inhale left, exhale left, inhale right, exhale right. Just raising your leg. Using your core, consciously using your core, using the strength of the lower body without creating any unnecessary tension in your shoulders. Find a rhythm. This rhythmic movement drops mind into body. Dropping that buzzing mind into this body of nectar. Keep going, you guys, for about a minute. Inhale here, you guys. Exhale, release that. Roll to your belly. You can hug the knees in towards the chest before you do that. I'm sorry, I said everything in the wrong order. Forgive me. On your belly now, let's come into Cobra. Inhaling as you come up, use the strength in your back and the strength in your legs as opposed to cranking yourself up with your arms and pulling your body. Exhaling as you release Cobra and come back to the mat. Go at your own pace to the rhythm of your own breath and go to your own comfortable height. Start small and work your way up into a bigger version of the pose as opposed to not meeting the beginning stages of the pose. Staying with Cobra, inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you go down. Access the muscles of your back. Access the strength of your breath. Access the strength of your legs. And come to stillness, just wobble your hips, wag your hips side to side just to release that. And press back to child's pose to release a little further. And take a moment in child's pose just to feel the energetic impact of the asanas. Feel your energy. Feel yourself buzzing a little. So from child's pose, let's come up to a kneeling position. You can sit on your block if you've got tight knees or on a pillow. And in fact, you can just choose whatever seated position works for you. From here, we're going to circle the arms up and then down and out to the sides like we would in Surya Namaskar, to create a big circle around the body. Inhaling as the arms raise up, exhaling as the palms circle down. Your arms become like wings. You're sweeping heart energy around you now and out into the room and out to all that you love. Just take a moment, enjoy that, keep going to the rhythm of your breath. Allow your heart to become as expansive as your arms. Think about your heart space flooded with light, flooded with prana. And through this movement with the arms, you're radiating this heart-based self out into the world. Like so many of us are, so many people at this point in time on the planet are working to hold a space for love. Are working with the light. Now let's think about the huge body of a bee and the little wings. Think about that efforting, this little creature, all that effort it takes to go backwards and forwards, pollinating, visiting flowers, producing honey, and being a part of this hive, this huge effort. Working with the light, these flowers are producing what the bees need through the light, through the sun. It's a big effort, this huge body in comparison to these little wings. And sometimes it's the same for us. It's huge effort of staying in the heart, flying out of negativity, hovering above it, waiting for it to pass. So honor that effort that you make to stay in your light with this movement. Oh, honor your body of nectar. Honor Amritam, the bliss self. And radiate this out. Honor your effort, you guys. Just by virtue of being here in this practice today, no matter how many of these movements you complete or succeed within, just by the virtue of getting on your mat to do these practices, the effort of this is colossal, really. And so many other distractions. So honor yourself with this movement here. Take a moment to honor every other being on this planet at this time that is doing the same thing, making the same efforts as you. Gorgeous. And then when you're ready, just release your arms. Sitting here, just observe the presence of light inside of you. Become sensitive to this pranic connector. There is more to us than we often allow ourselves to perceive. Perceive your subtle self now, you guys. And then from here, we're going to lean the weight back and cross if you're kneeling, come out of kneeling, just sit. Uncross your legs and hold on to your toes. And let's lean the weight back and lift through the legs. So we're coming into a floating version of straddle or Upavishta Konasana. We're balancing here. You can have your knees bent. So you can have your feet sort of together and your knees bent. Here, just work with a balance, or you can extend the legs, engage the lower body, and become buoyant through the chest. Balancing here. Like a little flower is teetering on the stem of your sacrum and your sit bones. Sensitive to the breeze around you. When I say the breeze around you, I mean the breath inside of you. Feel how the breath facilitates balance or unbalance here. The breath is a really good indicator of doing too much. As soon as we cease to breathe well, then we're going too far. If you're holding your breath here, you're trying too hard. Let yourself blossom like a little flower, and for the last 30 seconds or so, we can bend and straighten the legs just to test this balance here. Or not, your choice entirely. Beautiful, and then gently release that. And we're going to make our way to a folded position. We're going to set up for these froggy folds that I'm quite into at the moment. Bringing your heels together and your toes out like a ballerina sort of first position. Squat down. As you squat down, the heels will lift, and that's okay. Look ahead, the chest comes forward. As we squat down, we inhale here, and as we fold, we exhale. So we're bending the knees, squatting down, the heels lift, we inhale, and then we straighten the legs, fold in and exhale. This could cause some confusion if you guys have done some of my other classes, because in some of the other classes I switched the breath the other way. But for this class, we're inhaling as the heart comes forward, we're opening the heart, and we're exhaling as we fold on in. Which is a more natural pattern of breathing, actually, if you do a lot of yoga. And you can do this breath and this fold to a rhythm. Again, if you want to get the body buzzing a little bit, you can pump the breath and do this rhythm quite quickly, or you can find a slow rhythm here and just work with breath and movement. And as your legs start to tire here, remind yourself to choose your light. Notice if this practice of sort of doing the same thing over and over and over, for some of us it's beautiful, it's meditative, it's flowing. For others it can make us grumble. And we always have the choice of whether we come into our lower self, our lower thoughts when we meet challenge, or whether we come into our highest light and choose our light. And my teacher is a lady that is so light. It's crazy, really, how much light you can feel when you're with her. And she sort of says, light is everything. You are born of the light. The light will lead you home in every situation. You can choose the light that you are. You are light. Keep going with your folds, you guys. I'm talking you through it as best I can. Choose your light. Meet the challenge of this movement with your lightest, brightest self. And if you need to use a block under your hands, you guys, and take some of the weight out of your knees by putting more weight into your hands as you squat down and as you fold. Inhale here, exhale, fold and release. Take a moment, breathing here, and then come into that kneeling position again, or sitting on your block. We're going to revisit that bowing action that we were doing earlier. So interlace the fingers behind your back. As you inhale, open your chest. As you exhale, bow forward, and as best you can, lift the arms with you. If your shoulders are tight though, don't push it. Just inhaling up, exhaling forward. Just feeling the presence of nectar, of energy inside of you that is more apparent after beating your wings, if you like. After all of that movement that creates more space inside of us. Bowing to this practice, bowing to the practice of yoga, whatever that is for you, or whatever it is in your life that creates space for you. Some of us, our yoga is drawing or singing or dancing, or our yoga is building or organizing. Some of us, our yoga is serving. It's the highest form of yoga, actually, service. Bowing to your practice of yoga. Inhale here, you guys. Exhale gently. Come on out of that. And just sitting here, breathing. Allow yourself to get still. You can change your seat if you wish to, just to give yourself a little more comfort, if that's appropriate. Just feel yourself seated here as part of a collective, part of a community of yogis and yoga, part of a lineage of these teachings that stretches back thousands and thousands of years. There's nothing new in this. There's nothing really new in any of this. None of this is ours. It's all borrowed from these beings of light that understood these practices. These beings that were connected. Just sitting here, connecting yourself to all of that. And from here, we're just going to come back to the voice, come back to that place of vibration that is generated from inside of us with a little chant here. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahm, Anandam. I am bliss, I am bliss, bliss, absolute bliss I am. So you can listen and then join when you've become familiar with this. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam. 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 Connect with your light. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam. Connect with all the ways that you work with your light. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam. Anandoham, Anandoham, with yourself as a light worker. Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam, Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam, Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam. Connect with all the other light workers. It's not really a new age thing. It's just the truth. We all work with our light in different ways. Anandoham, 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 Anandam, Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam, Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam, Anandoham, Anandoham, Anandam Brahmanandam. I am bliss, I am bliss, bliss, absolute bliss I am. I am bliss, I am bliss, bliss, absolute bliss I am. You are bliss, you are bliss, bliss, absolute bliss you are. You are bliss, you are bliss, bliss, absolute bliss you are. We are bliss, we are bliss, bliss, absolute bliss we are. We are bliss, we are bliss, bliss, absolute bliss we are. Feel yourself a little point of light. And feel all the other little points of light around you. So many good people. Feel us all connected by this river of nectar, Amrit, Amritam, bliss body. We are honey for each other. And from here, come into your Shavasana. Bring all of those people with you. Feel yourself connected. And let all of those people go. Know that this connection is beyond the conscious mind. It is energetic. We create an energetic circuitry together for our planet. I see your light, and it is good. And we are one. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you can today. Stay in your light. Namaste.